Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Mara and welcome to my very first Flosstube video. I'm gonna have to start this video with a little bit of housekeeping because I started this channel as a makeup channel almost a decade ago now. For those of you who are still subscribed to me from back in those days, I'm not going to be making that kind of content anymore, so feel free to unsubscribe, no hard feelings. But yeah, I'm pivoting into cross-stitch content. Weird way to start a channel, hey, and subscribe. But yeah, it is what it is. But for those of you who are interested in cross-stitch content and floss tubes in general, then, welcome. Hi, my name is Mara. I'm 29 years old, born and raised in Belgium, living in Ghent. I like watching documentaries and learning about history. I like visiting old houses and castles. I like traveling. I like Taylor Swift's music, and who could have guessed? And I like champagne. My handle on TikTok and Instagram is the Champagne Stitchers, so feel free to follow me on those. But yeah, so this is my first floss tube. I've been playing with the idea of starting a floss tube for a while now, but I've been kind of hesitant because I'm a monogamous stitcher. So it happens that I'm working on the same project for months on end, and very rarely do I do more than 2 projects at the same time, or even 2 projects at the same time. So I was just thinking, there's not a lot of content I can create around that. But I asked on Instagram if people would still be interested in floss tubes, even if they were, less frequent or had fewer projects to show than regular floss tubers. And people said yes, which I'm sure is just because, people are nice and don't want to say, no, we don't want to see that. But I'll take it and I'll see how it goes. If I post a video every couple of months, I'm not gonna push myself to do more than, than I can show you because, I want to keep it interesting. But yeah, as for the things I'm going to be showing you today, because I do have some more things than just my current project, I'm gonna be showing you some gifts that I'm going to be giving to people. Because Christmas is coming up and I've stitched and framed a lot of projects for different people. I have a project that I framed for myself. I have my current project, and then I also have some haul. I've been told that some people don't like watching haul content, so I will let you know when that's coming up. I personally like haul because then I get to be exposed to new designers and dyers and all that. But, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. So I'm just gonna, let you know when I'm heading into each section. I think I'm just gonna jump straight into all the gifts I'll be giving. I don't want to ruin people's privacy, so I'm just gonna give a description of who they are. So if they're watching this video, they need to, look away. So for my niece, if you're my niece, look away. She recently went on a trip to Australia. And I wanted to give her something to commemorate that trip because she had a lovely time there, and it seemed to, do something for her. So I just wanted to make a little, memorabilia of the time when she went to Australia. So I found this little pattern for free somewhere on the internet. I'm not sure when or where. But yeah, it's a little kangaroo. I hope I'm showing this at the right angle for people to see. Oh god, I didn't think about this. I don't have a viewfinder or anything, but it's just this little kangaroo made on 32 count even weave by Zweigart and framed in just this little 10 by 10 centimeter frame from Hema. Yeah, I think I stitched this in 2 days, which, it's cute, it's adorable, and it won't, take up too much space in her apartment. So yeah, I hope she likes this. This is the first gift I'll be giving. I'll head into the next one now. I do have one that's not framed yet, because I'm still trying to find the right size of a frame for it. So wait, how do I describe my friend? Okay, my friend who recently bought a home and is still remodeling, and who I'll be giving this to when the remodel is done. For her, I made this, which is a Nora Corbett design. It's called Moonglow. So it's not framed yet. It's stitched on 32 count Zweigart. Unfortunately, I made the big mistake of washing this design when it has Cairn water lilies, and there is a bit of running of the color. I'm not sure if you can see this. I need to invest in a viewfinder at some point if this goes on. But yeah, I stitched this Mostly using the called for, so I used like all the Karen water lilies and everything, all the right threads. What I did not do is stitch the beads because I wanted to make sure that she would be able to have a glass over the design. And I'm too scared to do that with beads currently. I usually frame most of my works myself, and I haven't done anything with beads yet that, you know, I was able to frame myself. So for that reason, I stitched it with, you know, various kinds of Krynic. And what I also did is in this moon, I used glow in the dark thread. So if she puts it somewhere well lit, then hopefully it'll give like a little bit of a shine when it's dark. I just love throwing glow in the dark thread in there somewhere because it's something that, you know, impresses people generally. So yeah, that's what this looks like. So this is Moon Glow by Nora Corbett. And I think she's gorgeous. I actually stitched her for myself as well on a different fabric, but that's at the framers right now. So I'll be showing that when it's back from the framers. I stitched that, my copy I stitched on 36 count sampler blue linen by XJU Designs, and you can see it on my Instagram as well. But yeah, I stitched it for her and myself simultaneously because I started on her design and I love the design so much that I was like, I need to make this for myself as well. So that's why I stitched it on sampler blue linen for me as well. Yeah. It was really interesting to see like because this is 32 count. The one I stitched for myself is on 36 count, and the difference in size between the two. But yeah, really fun. Looking forward to find a frame for this and finally give it to her. And hopefully when her remodel is done, then it will, you know, look nice in her place. So yeah, that's one thing gone again. Let's see. Okay. If you're my brother or his girlfriend, look away. So I stitched this design a couple of months ago now. This is Making Biscuits by Needle Lot Designs. This is stitched on 32 count Ice Blue Zweigart. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I made my changes to this design. So usually it's supposed to say welcome to, but I changed that to the name of the cat. They have a new cat, so this is in honor of the new cat, my nephew. So yeah, instead of welcome to, it says the cat's name. I also changed the cat's colors to match the colors of the actual cat. So this is a bespoke design made for them, and I'll be giving it to them this Christmas. Also stitched on, did I say this, on 32 count Ice Blue Zweigart? Yeah, I love that. I love that fabric. I use it for a lot of projects. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I really love Needle Lot Designs they're you know, the cross stitch designs that she makes are really modern and, you know, kind of color blocky in a lot of cases, but in a way that still makes the design interesting. And, you know, the expressions that she creates on most of her animal designs are so like cute and fun and interesting. I do have like one other Needle Lot Designs, you know, finish coming up. But yeah, so this is Making Biscuits with some changes made to it. Next gift. Oh god, I'm already making a mess here. Let me just... Okay, that was an attractive sound. Okay, next gift that I am going to be giving is not for Christmas, but for somebody's birthday. So if you're my co-worker, my co-worker friend who has a birthday in January, look away. This is also a Needle Lot Designs design. This is Red Panda, framed by me. I found this frame on bol.com, and I think it's the most perfect thing I've ever found. I stitched this on 32 count Lugana by Zweigart. It's like a almost faded minty green, and I'm really happy with the choice I made for the fabric. But look at this little guy's face. He's just so cute. I love the design. My friend, she said she liked raccoons and red pandas. So I found this and I was like, this is just, I couldn't find anything more perfect. Needle Lot Designs is a fantastic designer. If you haven't checked her out, like she has so many different animals and, you know, it's all these beautiful styles, and also like her fabric choices for every design that she makes are so on point. All the mock-ups and everything, and the test stitches are so beautiful. Yeah, I just love her stuff. So yeah, this is Red Panda. Yeah, I usually stitch on 32 count, by the way. That might be like a little thing to mention. Like if I ever forget to mention the count of a fabric, it's probably going to be 32 count because that's my standard. But yeah, don't you just love this frame? This is like the best framing job I've ever done, I think. Well, not the job, because you know, it still looks kind of messy at the back, but just like the choice of the frame is, I'm so happy with this. Okay, so that's her. I think I only have one gift left to go, which is for my godmother. So if you're my godmother, look away. This design is by, her name on Etsy is Unique Needle Art, I believe. I'll put it on the screen if I can, if I'm incorrect in that. But I think on Etsy, no, on Instagram, their name is Yulia Craft Patterns or something like that. I'll see if I can link it in the description. But this is, I think it's called Rose Garden, but I'm not entirely sure. But this is a design by her. But again, I've changed it a little bit to suit the person that I'm making the gift for. The original design, all the roses are in a rose color. But my godmother's favorite color is blue, so I decided to make all the roses blue, decided to make the frame blue, did some adjustments with the beads as well. But yeah, this is what the design looks like. Again, I'm hoping this is all like within the area you can see. I'm not sure. I need to find this camera thing sorted. Yeah, I can't see anything. But this is what it looks like. There's some up close pictures on my Instagram in case you're interested. But yeah, I love cross stitch patterns that also include specialty stitches. So like cross stitch plus designs. And this is definitely one of those. There's so many specialty stitches in here. There's some kind of back stitch. There's these Jessica stitches, I think, pinwheels. I'm not even sure what they're all called anymore. I think this is trellis stitch. Like there's so many different kinds of techniques all in this one pattern that I really enjoyed it. This was stitched on 36 count baby sheep linen by XJU Designs. And yeah, 36 count was all, it's because it's a dyed fabric, it's kind of, I think it's a little bit tighter than 36 count, so it was a little bit more difficult to work on than my usual 32. But you know, it went well. I like the result. I also really like the frame that I chose for this. I think it's perfect for her, like, you know, the colors and everything, they really match with the design, so I'm really happy about this choice. And yeah, I hope my godmother really likes it. She'll be getting this for Christmas. So this is it. Yeah. I think all that I have left now is, well, no, I have my project that I framed for myself. I'll show you. It is, I think the design is called Hummingbirds by Owl Forest Embroidery. This is also stitched on 32 kind Ice Blue Zweigart. I love that. I love that fabric. I've used it for so many things now. So yeah, I really love the fabric that I chose for this. I used the DMC colors because I don't think we have access to the hand dyes for that Owl Forest Embroidery provides here in Belgium. Well, not without massive amounts of shipping costs. And yeah, the frame I chose myself. I really like I like the style of frame, so I'm really happy with the result for this. And yeah, I don't know what else I can say about this. I really love this. This is one of those designs where I knew immediately that I wanted to frame it and hang it up in my place. Usually my style of what I like to stitch and my style of what I like to have in my house, two very different things. Like I love to stitch mirabilias. I have not framed a single mirabilia just because it's not my personal style of things I like to see in my house. Some of them are, I mean, I think they're all beautiful and I think they're all fun and gorgeous and you know, so great to work with, but it's just not, doesn't really fit into the aesthetic of what I usually like to hang up. But this does, and this is one of those rare projects where I was like, I both want to stitch it and I want to hang it up in my apartment. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm really happy with the framing job. I love the colors in these, like the the bright pinks and the greens and everything. I think this is just a gorgeous design. So that's what this looks like. Again, hoping that you can see this decently, but if you can't see anything, if I'm just, you know, angling things all wrong, you can find all of these on my Instagram and my TikTok. Well, not my TikTok, I think. Yeah, you can find them on my Instagram. So yeah, that's all for gifts that I have. So as for my current project, I'm currently working on Deepest Love by Mirabilia. I'm just gonna grab her here. And this is what she's looking like right now. I've been working on her for, I think, almost 2 weeks now. And I'm just trucking along on this 1/1 skin. Do I regret doing 1/1? Kind of. Do I love the way it looks? Yes. It's one of those things where, like, you know it's going to be a pain. You know it's going to be difficult. And she has so much skin. But you also know that it's going to look so fantastic once she's finished. And, you know, it's the frustration now of, you know, having to get through this. It's worth the overall look. So yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. So I'm doing 1/1 stitching. For those interested in how I deal with blends when it comes to skin, what I usually do in those cases, I hope you can see it here, is I will just do like a checkerboard pattern to ensure that, you know, it's still blended. The colors are still blended from far away, but you will still have the same effect of a blended color without having to like finagle with threads or anything. I think this is just the easiest method to go ahead with it. This is stitched on 32 count Colonial Blue Lugana by Zweigart, which is also one of my favorite fabrics. I started stitching on Midsummer Night's Fairy, and on the same fabric. I've been so conflicted about the fabric that I chose for Midsummer Night's Fairy that I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna continue with this until I'm absolutely certain that that's the fabric that I want. So in the meantime, I do still want to stitch on this fabric, so I'll pull out Deepest Love, which is, you know, stitched on the same fabric. But yeah, this is what she looks like. I'm really looking forward to getting to the tail and everything, but currently I'm just thinking, you know what, let's get this tummy over with. I want to have her belly done because that's like a huge swath of 1/1 skin. And then afterwards I'll work down to the tail, and then once I'm done with the tail, I'll go back up and do all the rest of the 1/1 skin. For now, I'm not like too sick of the 1/1. So for as long as I'm okay with stitching it, I'll be stitching it, and then once I get absolutely sick of it, I'll just go down the tail. But yeah, I'm loving the colors on this. I love the fabric choice that I made on this. I have the cranic, I have the beads, so everything's really set up to have her finished within a couple of months. But I think she'll be the project that I'll be entering 2026 with. 2026, oh gosh. I have so much fabric things on me, sorry. So yeah, this is Deepest Love by Mirabilia. I think she's an out of print pattern by now, I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I got her off of Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, she's gorgeous, and I'm really looking forward to getting a finish, and probably it'll be my first finish of 2026. I think that's all I needed to mention. I do have haul. So I'm gonna get into that now for those of you who aren't interested in those kinds of things. I did have a massive haul from Casa Cennina, which is like a cross-stitch online store in Italy. They do fantastic sales, and I just love their customer service. They've been so nice to me, and they ship really quickly. The shipping is always, it's never free, but you can make it really cheap if you order over a certain amount. And honestly, like the range of products you can get is just so, you know, it's worth it to me. Like I never look twice at the shipping amount because it's so little for, you know, cross-stitch supplies kind of can, you know, get to a certain price point at a certain point. So, you know, you get to the cheap shipping option really quickly. So yeah, I did order a lot of beads, Mill Hills, Krynics or Petite Treasure braids. I think I kitted up the majority of the designs for Mirabilia's Adia the Garden Fairy, Siren and the Shipwreck, Dressmaker's Daughter, and then for the Bella Filipinas, I also kitted up a large part of Hanan and Mayari. The majority of them are almost done, but as I'm sure you know, a lot of us are waiting for Krynic to get the... how do I say this? For Krynic to get back into production and back to distributing to all the different stores and everything. So yeah, there's quite a few projects that are kind of not on hold, but I like to start a project knowing that I have every single thing ready to go. I don't want to be waiting for something to get back in stock. So there's a lot of projects that are now that I really want to start, but because I don't have a certain Mill Hill or don't have a certain Krynic for most cases, that I just don't start because I don't want to get to that part of the pattern and then realize, oh, I'm gonna have to wait X amount of time until I can, you know, get to this part. So yeah, I received a lot of beads and threads and like Karen water lilies and stuff for those designs. But I have a whole organizing system when it comes to my Mirabilias and Bella Filipinas and Fancy Lays and everything. So I have all of them already sorted with their beads and their threads and everything in my storage solution for them. I can maybe make a video about that at some point. So I can't really show you what I got from that haul. But I do have some other things that I can show you from that Casa Chinina haul. Well, one thing actually, and that's this design. This is the Book of Days by the Drawn Thread. I've been looking at this design for like ages. It's been one of those designs where I would put it in my cart, then I would make a big order and think, do I really need this for like the extra, 12 euros that it costs? Pull it back out again. Once I made the order, I put it back in, and so on and so forth for almost a year now. And with my latest order, I was like, it's kind of stupid to just order beads. I don't know what my theory was there, but I was like, it needs a pattern to go with it. So I ordered this Book of Days design. As I said, I really like it when cross-stitch kits or like cross-stitch designs come with different techniques, like cross-stitch plus, where you have different stitches and you learn new things and you use beads and everything. I love those, and this is definitely one of them. The Drawn Thread just has beautiful patterns. And this is, again, one of those cases where I actually feel like this is something that I both want to stitch and hang up in my apartment. So I'm really looking forward to the time when I can finally get to this. I do think I'm going to do a similar fabric as to the mock-up on the thingy here. Something grayish, but here's the thing. Most of the fabrics that I buy are not subtle colors. I don't think I have a single grayish fabric in my collection, so I'll have to look into getting one of those. But yeah, I'm very much excited and looking forward to stitching this and eventually framing it and hanging it up. But yeah, this is what I got from Casa Chinina. Yeah. And then I think I only have one more object from my haul, which is fabrics. And this is where I'll show you that I don't usually go for like standard fabric colors or like, beiges and grays and things that you can easily use for other designs. I like to make it myself. I like to make it difficult for myself, but I also think they're so beautiful. I ordered these fabrics from Etsy on a site, a seller called Mika's Stich from Germany. I think they also have an Instagram. But yeah, so these are the fabrics that I got. I got 3. Unfortunately, none of them come with names, so I can't really say like, oh, if you want this one, this is called XYZ. So this is just, I'm just gonna have to show you, and I think some of them are still available on Etsy, but I'm not entirely sure. So I've got this 32 count Lugana, which I think will be perfect for like a Mirabilia fairy. I'm thinking maybe Titania, but I also already have a similar fabric for Titania. I'm not sure, but either way, I think this is just going to be beautiful. It has a little bit of lyrics in it. Just these colors, I couldn't resist. I mean, they're so, this is me in fabric. So yeah, that's what this one looks like. What else do I have? I have These, I think these are both linens. Let me just check real quick. The tags that the seller provides are really handy. It says exactly what the fabric is made of, like the percentage of wool and cotton and linen. So no, this is a 32 count even weave. Again, no name for the fabric, but this is what it looks like. And I think this will be perfect for a Mirabilia or a Bella Filipina mermaid. Not sure which yet, but I was just like, I was looking at their Etsy, and you know, that kind of notification that you get saying, oh, 3 other people have this in their basket and there's only one left. And you know, I can't resist. I knew I was gonna curse myself if I didn't get these fabrics. So I just, yeah. Sometimes I buy fabrics before I decide the designs for them, and you know what? This is the one luxury I'll allow myself. Like, when I travel, it's the cheapest option possible. I don't really spend a lot of money on clothes or anything else. Like, cross stitch is my luxury, so I feel really comfortable spending money on things that I probably won't be using for the next couple of years, because I have so many designs lined up that, you know, I have like, what, 20 Mirabilias almost kitted up, and one of them takes me almost 3 months to finish, so that's the next couple of years settled. But yeah, so I don't feel bad about buying fabrics and, you know, beads and everything like that, because I'll see them as investments into my future retirement, probably. And you know, while you're still young and your wrists are still good, you know, you want to enjoy it, and it's a nice hobby. It keeps me busy. I always think, you know, like, if you go to the movies, you easily spend like 20 euros to be entertained for maybe 2 hours or something, 3 hours. But if you spend, you know, 100 euros on fully kitting up a Mirabilia, then you're entertained for 3 months every single night. So that's the way I like to look at it. And then this is the final color that I have from Mika's Stich. Again, perfect for a mermaid. I've been looking at Aphrodite mermaid. She's another one of those designs that I've been like adding to my cart, taking it out of my cart, adding it to my cart. But I'm thinking that she might look absolutely gorgeous on this fabric, so that's what I have my eye on for this one. But yeah, I think that is all I have to mention. I'm not even sure how long I talked. Like, I re-recorded the intro so many times because it kept going wrong, and then this was all just in one go. I was just on a roll, so I don't know how long that lasted. I'm not even sure if I still have like space left on my phone. But yeah, that was my first Flosstube. I sure hope you got something out of it. I sure hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything else that you would like to see, let me know. I am thinking of some other videos that I might be able to make are about all the projects that I have framed around the house. I also have the idea of showing you my storage, like organizing solution for all my Mirabilias. I can make another video of all the finishes that I've made that are currently like sitting in a drawer waiting to be framed, or for something else to happen to them. So I do have some ideas of, you know, things I can show you, but if if there's anything in particular that you want to see, please let me know. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. Wow, I really raced through that. I've been told that I talk very quickly sometimes, so apologies for that. I do know that on YouTube you can like change the speed at which you can watch a video, so I'm sure some people made use of that. Yeah, that was it. I just want to thank you all very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm the Champagne Stitcher on both of those, and that's where and how do people finish these videos? Yeah, that's going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.